That's muffin. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney, and here on my channel we mostly explore fragrances, but I sometimes like to throw in other content here and there just for fun. So today I will be sharing with you the spiciest fragrances in my collection that I actually wear. So spicy fragrances aren't necessarily my thing unless there's like a sweet element attached to it for the most part. So the fragrances that I want to share with you today are ones that I'm actually excited to continue wearing for fall. So I do have a range of products. I have a couple oils, mostly perfumes, and one fragrance mist that I want to share with you. So let's get into it. So the first fragrance I want to share with you is a fragrance that's new to my collection, but definitely not new on the market. And that is Burberry Brit For Her, the EDP. And when I first got this in an order I had placed, I honestly thought there was something wrong with the fragrance because I'm like, I smelled it in store and I don't remember it smelling this overwhelmingly spicy. So I honestly thought that something was actually wrong with this product. I was like, yeah, I got an expired product. I really thought something was wrong with it because the fragrance I remember smelling in the store was a lot softer and very dessert-like, but this one seems to be very sharp and spicy. But the thing is, the spicy factor is really mostly in the opening. As it dries down, it definitely mellows out and becomes a lot more sweet. And the spicy note in here is actually, I think it's the tonka bean, that gives it the spiciness, even though it's in the base notes. But then also there's lime in here too. So I think maybe that's what gave it that kind of sharp opening that surprised me. But this is one that I have a bit of a dent, so it's like right there, and I only just got this like a couple months ago, so that's pretty impressive. But this is like my go-to on like rainy days, and I just feel like it's very much appropriate for fall. So that's Burberry Brit For Her, the EDP. So the next fragrance I have is actually a dupe of a quite popular fragrance, and the fragrance I have is Limone e Vaniglia by Fragrenza, and this is a dupe of Lira by Xerjoff. And the spicy notes in this fragrance are cinnamon and licorice, and I really enjoy this fragrance because not only is it soft spicy, but it has citrus elements and it has that vanilla in it, making it very much smell like a vanilla citrus cake, and it's just so warm and comforting, making it perfect for me to wear in the fall and winter season. So when the weather gets a little cooler, it's a little cuddly scent, a little cuddly. So this is Limone e Vaniglia by Fragrenza. Next up, I want to share with you a travel size of a fragrance that I actually have a full bottle of now, and I will be doing an unboxing shortly on my channel, so please stay tuned for that. And that fragrance is I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess by Kilian. So this is a ginger green tea marshmallow scent, and it's so pretty. It's soft, and the spicy factor is definitely not overwhelming. Like, it's not overwhelmingly gingery, but there's enough of it in it to really add that kick to it, which makes it really wonderful and perfectly balanced in my opinion. Great one to wear. Another really good cuddly scent, I would say. I've only worn this at home. I'm not really sure how it would do like, in the wild, but this is a beautiful fragrance, and I love smelling it. Quite addictive. So this is like the kind of spicy scents I like that are like super sweet to balance it out. So that's I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess by Kilian. So the next fragrance I want to show you is one that I discovered randomly in a store one day, and I smelled it and I was like, one please. And the thing about this is it smells like a yummy sweet dessert, but it can be carried through all seasons of the year. And that fragrance is Wish by Lollia. And this is a beautiful, soft, spicy, again, a marshmallow scent, featuring notes of rice and vanilla and prettiness. And the spicy notes in this fragrance are cinnamon and pepper. And I definitely feel like I can pick up the cinnamon note when spraying the nozzle, but the pepper is very subtle. It's not anything overwhelming. Like, I wouldn't even consider this a spicy scent per se, but again, but this is the kind of spicy scent I like. They use it in a way that like it kind of cuts into the sweetness of the other notes, you know? So this is Lollia's Wish. So next, I want to share a fragrance with you that I consider probably the sexiest fragrance in this entire lineup. This is the sexiest one. And this is Illicit by Choo. And the spicy note in here is ginger. Yeah, this is a pretty one. I remember when I first got this, and this is the same bottle I got. It could be like 4 years ago, maybe more. But anyway, I'm working through it. But anyway, when I first got this fragrance and I got the hit of the ginger note in the opening, I was like, this is disgusting. This is gross. Because first of all, my nose wasn't trained. Second of all, it was just surprising to get that sort of reaction from a fragrance. So my initial instinct was something's wrong with it. But as I, grew to appreciate more and more notes and started to actually explore, different scent profiles, I actually was able to start appreciating the fizzy quality of the ginger that you get in the opening. Now, like I said, this is a relatively old bottle, but I mean, the fragrance still smells beautiful, but the fizzy factor that I think you would get in a fresh bottle is definitely more toned down now, but it still remains to be a sweet and spicy scent in my opinion. And it smells really good. And yeah, as it dries down, it kind of has this like soapy effect that I think comes in with the jasmine, but overall this is still a beautiful soft spicy scent, and it's Illicit by Choo. So the last perfume I want to share with you is also a travel size, and this fragrance is Vanilla Insensée by Atelier Cologne. And this is a vanilla scent that features the spicy note of coriander. So having that spicy element makes this not your generic vanilla in my opinion. There's also lime in here as well. So this has that tart, spicy factor, but it doesn't overwhelm the overall composition of the fragrance, to my nose at least. And it makes it very much a great vanilla to layer with something to add a little bit more uniqueness without necessarily making it smell off-putting. But this is not your typical vanilla scent. Let's just put it that way. Because of that spicy element, it kind of feels kind of earthy as well. I definitely wouldn't consider this like a dessert-like vanilla either. But I wore this in the winter and this smells so beautiful in the air. So I'm just really excited to keep going. I mean, I only have like that much left. The goal is to pick up a larger bottle of this once I'm through with it, but I'm kind of like savoring the last little bits of it. Anywho, that's Vanille Insensée. Did I say it right the first time? This is Vanille Insensée by Atelier Cologne. So next up, I want to share with you an oil that's an impression of a Jo Malone fragrance, and that fragrance is Vanilla and Anise. And this is another pretty vanilla that has spicy elements to it. And I guess it's kind of obvious what the spicy notes are, but this features star anise, fennel, clove, vanilla, and tonka bean. So the name suggests simplicity. I mean, it is a relatively simple scent, but it features quite a number of spicy notes. So yeah, this is a beautiful one. Again, I would say that layering this with something else to add depth would be a good option without it necessarily disrupting like an already good thing. You know what I mean? But it is pretty. I feel like this is a really good transitional scent. It's still pretty warm here, so this has a brightness to it that I think would work really well as the weather still continues to cool down a little bit, just because it has that like bright factor to it, but it also has those spicy elements that scream fall to me. So that's Vanilla and Anise by Jo Malone. So the next perfume oil I want to share with you is an impression of a popular fragrance, and that is Angel Share by Kilian. This is the most falliest fall scent. It smells like spicy apple pie, seriously, at least to me. I don't think there's a note of apple. I mean, it could be, but unless I think it may be brandy that's in here. It could be apple brandy. But yeah, The spicy notes featured are cinnamon and tonka bean. So I think this is so cool. It doesn't smell like even though it has cinnamon in it, it doesn't smell like a candle. Because I feel like sometimes cinnamon in fragrances can take them in the candle route, as in something that I enjoy smelling, but I don't necessarily want to smell like it. You know what I mean? But this is something that I feel is quite wearable, you know? Very nice. So that's Angel Share by Kilian. So the next fragrance I want to share with you is actually a fragrance mist. And if I thought the last fragrance I shared with you was folly, this might be the folliest of them all, honestly. It might be. And that's because it's Pumpkin Pecan Waffles by Bath & Body Works. Yeah, this is good. So it has maple syrup, golden waffles, pumpkin spice, and brown sugar. This is really fun. I really like this one, which surprised me because it's very strong, but for whatever reason, this doesn't like smell like a candle to me, and I don't know why. I tried sweet cinnamon pumpkin in store and I was like, no, that smells like a candle. I tried, what other ones? I think that might be the only other. Oh, marshmallow pumpkin latte. I tried that in the store and I was like, no, it smells like a candle. But for whatever reason, this one, the strongest out of all of them, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to smell like that, I guess. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to go for it, you might as well just go for it, right? But yeah, this is a fun one to wear. I do actually, I mean, you can't really tell the dent. I've been wearing it, kind of, but I kind of have to be in the mood, you know? I have to be in the mood to smell like breakfast, you feel me? So, but this is fun. I like it. Sometimes I do just like smell it just randomly just to give me a kind of like, you know, jolt. But this is a fun one. I keep smelling it because they smell so good. But anywho, that's Pumpkin Pecan Waffles by Bath & Body Works. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what's your favorite spicy fragrance, and maybe I'll look into it and consider it. We will see. But anywho, thanks again for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you later. Bye! Muffin, are you good, girl? Are you asleep? Over? Yeah. Oh, you're over here now? Yeah, good girl. Okay. So the first fragrance oh, actually, no, I want to go to oils. Okay. Actually, no, I want to do this. Okay. So that is Vanilla and Anise by Joe Malone. Why did I say Angel Share by, who by?